CEO Ronald Hicklin from Creating the Difference. Today we're going to talk about the brand new Hammer special effect. This ball features the HK22C solid reactive cover stock. It has the Huntsman core shape in it. That's asymmetrical. It's got an RG of 2.470, a differential of 0.050, and a mass bias of 0.017. We checked the hardness of this bowling ball. It was right at 73. We scanned it. It scanned at 4,500, which is interesting. That's a little bit lower than typical bowling balls from them because the surface is 500, 1,000, 1,500 Sayer, and then finished with Crown Factory compound. What else is interesting is the absorption rate. So we checked the absorption rate. I'm just gonna kind of show you that real quick. Put a little oil on the ball. And typically the HK22C balls are lightning fast. This bowling ball in particular seems to be slow, which is interesting. So we'll have to see what that means and what that does to the performance of this bowling ball. Anyway, the layout is our standard 60 by 4.5 by 30. We're bowling on our standard house shot, and we're gonna see what the special effect is about right now. All right, now it's got that orange smell, so that's definitely HK22C. The colors are unique, right? We got black, we got purple, and we got red. We got some sparkle in there too, so it's a pretty looking bowling ball. But what everybody wants to know is, how does it roll? Chris, what I say about that first shot?
It don't count.
That ball looked pretty good though for the first shot, right?
I like how I threw the pins around.
Were they scrambling and scraping?
No, they was just scrambling.
Just scrambling? Let me show you that 050 diff. 050 is high differential for a bowling ball. Not as high as you can go. You can go as high as 60, but 50 is definitely no slouch. Same shot.
Oh!
Why'd you say oh, Chris?
Well, it went a little longer than I thought it was gonna go. But then it did kind of make it almost all the way back, and it threw a little lumber.
It did throw a little lumber. We got back-to-back lumber shots.
Back to back.
So, sort of get all the oil off the ball, but so that's kind of interesting, right? So people will say, well, why do you say first shot doesn't count? That's really why, right? The first shot, the ball doesn't have any oil on it. It needs to get some oil on it to begin to give you whatever the true reaction is. Bowling balls that are reactive and are, I don't want to say good bowling balls, but bowling balls that tend to absorb oil relatively quickly tend to have consistent performance shot after shot, especially when it's the first couple shots. Balls like urethane, the first shot hooks a whole lot and the next ball hooks a whole lot less, and third ball hooks even less than that. And that's kind of one of the reasons why we say first shot doesn't count. But that ball is back-to-back shots. They were right on top of each other with the lines, and they were pretty close, like pretty close. A little bit lighter, a little bit longer, but pretty close in reaction. That's in two boards. And it hooked like it was two boards in. Left. It kind of came back, right? Like it was trying to come back. What do you think about that one, Chris?
Man, I think that it looks the same every time, which is a good thing. It seems to make a strong move back to the pocket, even though it seems like it's a continuous shape, so.
I feel more continuous than angular, right?
Yeah, it's definitely continuous, but it's actually pretty long for how strong it appears to be.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too. I feel like with effect, it definitely was this way and then that way, definitely angular. This ball has a more of a feel like it's a little bit earlier and more continuous, which maybe that's why it's the solid version of the bowling ball.
I think it's kind of like in between the first two.
Yeah, I can see that too. Between the effect tour and the real, the normal effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's continuous. Shape's definitely continuous. Strong. I feel like this is a ball that maybe isn't the first ball out of your bag, but maybe if the lanes are a little bit, well, it's weird though, because you would say if the lanes were a little bit heavier oiled, you'd use it, but I don't see that either though, because it is, I mean, it's a polished bowling ball.
I mean, I think let's throw it 3 or 4 more times and let's see what it does to the lane or if it, looks any different. Looks good. It hits the pins real hard. I like that. I feel like it sounds different when it hits the pins.
You think so?
Yeah. It hits them real hard.
Well, you know what they say, Chris.
Nothing.
They say nothing hits harder than a hammer.
Yeah, that is what they say.
Do you think that's true?
Maybe. They say it. So it's got to be true, right?
That's money right there. And our 6-pin. So it's definitely, it's just a stronger continuous type piece.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe we're getting a little bit more continuation out of it.
Yeah.
As you throw it.
Yeah.
Because that was laced.
Yeah. Look
And
good.
now I gotta move. What's your move off of a 6-pin? Or you a 4-pin?
For how straight you playing them, 1.
1 it is. So I got that one a little further left and it made the move. So definitely more hook, mid lane, and continuous.
I like it. Looks good.
It's a good complement to the other two, I think, right? I think this one is the earlier, more continuous. The normal effect, the original effect was super long and angular, and the tour was kind of smoother, right? Smoother, a little bit less hooking.
This one might be the best one yet.
Let's get the lights on. Six-pin again. So, I mean, I feel like it's getting a little bit stronger, right? I feel like because it's not afraid to make the move, it's gonna force you to chase it. Like, you're gonna have to stay in front of it.
I tell you what I like. I like that it's consistent. Like,
It is consistent.
every shot has been the same. It's done the same thing from first shot to now. No surprises.
Strong, continuous. Yeah, I think it does that really well. Let's throw one straight,
I might have to put one of these in my bag.
right? Okay, that's fine, that's fair. Left in the friction, but it was going left. You just gotta be a little straighter with that. That's all. No problem. I do like you can tell off your hand if it's gonna be good or not. Like that's good. So you can tell it's consistent. It's doing a lot of the same thing repetitively. I'm curious to see what happens. Take that surface off the ball, right? Get the polish off the ball, and let's see how much more or less aggressive it gets. Let me move back in and throw a shot and get that kind of lined in, and then we'll take the surface off. All right, so we know it throws pins. Let's put a little surface on it and see what it does.
I'm telling you, man, that ball hit hard.
All right, from 4,500 to 2,000 grit. Let's see what it does now. First shot don't count. We got to move in a little bit anyway. Yo, wrap 7-pin. What do you think?
She looks good.
It's just more hook, right?
Yeah,
A little earlier, but same continuation.
yeah.
Same kind of thing too, right? Like, it's definitely. I think if you're a higher ball speed player, definitely want to look at this. If you are a lower rev rate player, maybe look at this.
I mean, I think this is one of those versatile shapes and balls that, like, you can drill for anybody. Good length, stores a little energy, it's continuous, consistent. I mean,
All right, So now you got more information about the brand new Hammer Special Effect. If you want this ball, go to our website, ctdbowling.com, pick you up one. If you're not a member of our staff, get on the staff. It's free to join. We just got a brand new building, brand new pro shop in Clarksville, Tennessee. And we'd love to have you come out there and learn some more about what we do, learn some more about creating the difference. On behalf of Creating the Difference, I am Ronald Hickland. Talk to you guys soon.